Arendt's phrase, the banality of evil, has been misunderstood, and she was vilified for coming up with that phrase. And it doesn't really matter who came up with it. Later there was a discussion about whether it was she or her husband or Karl Jaspers or who had used the word first, but she certainly used it in the title of her greatest book, Eichmann in Jerusalem. She did not ever mean to say that the evil was banal. It's we who are banal. It's evildoers who are banal. And in describing the character of Adolf Eichmann, she described somebody who was not a demon, not malevolent, neither filled with hatred for Jews nor with lust for killing anybody. In fact, the one time he actually watched a mass murder, he claims that it made him sick, and it probably did. This was somebody who was a bureaucrat and a career man, somebody who was just trying to get ahead, and who was willing literally to walk over corpses in order to do so. She says that half a dozen psychologists examined him in prison and said he was perfectly normal, as one of them said, more normal at any rate than I am after examining him. And that was what was quite so horrible. It would be very nice to be able to imagine that evil is only done by evildoers, by people who we can imagine, if not actually having horns, the sort of creeps that you see in certain kinds of horror movies. I don't know, Silence of the Lambs, or so I don't usually watch that sort of thing, but you can fill in the blanks about particular people. And there are such people in the world. We call them psychopaths because they literally get pleasure out of causing other people pain. There are such people. The problem is that most of the Nazis, even people who joined the Nazi Party, and certainly the people who were fellow travelers, were not like that at all. They were really quite ordinary people who were put in extraordinary circumstances and simply didn't want to rock any boats.